Dear listener, ClockTower is intended for mature audiences and might be inappropriate or possibly triggering to some. Many of the themes and events in ClockTower are inspired by weird fiction as well as similar concepts, which means the show can get dark. If that isn't something you enjoy, please listen at your own discretion. We here at the ClockTower care about you, so please put your mental health first. Our show will be here when you're ready.
Welcome to Season 2 of ClockTower, a D&D 5e experience. To all our old and new listeners, we're excited to have you here with us. ClockTower is a D&D campaign turned audio drama, played with a custom class and a few house rules that we as a group collectively enjoy. If you find yourself getting a little lost, there's always older episodes to guide you back to the path. With all that said, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and welcome to the ClockTower. Sam stands, staring into the holding cell that once contained a sick raptor, or, in reality, once contained something else. Staring through the circle of corroded wooden boards, you see inside drips of some kind of fluid slowly fall off of a cocoon that seems exploded and torn open from the inside. Small scratch marks along the hay and the ground of this barn seem to indicate that whatever it was had several limbs as it made its way towards the wall that has now been completely melted away. And you, looking back, see Barrett looking at the hole in the wall, and although what you're seeing, Barrett, is a completely different scene, part of you can tell by the look on Sam's face that you're not seeing what's really there, just like you didn't before. And you look back towards the rest of the people. You see that Anna is starting to walk towards you and kind of pushing her hat back and adjusting her overalls as if she's getting ready to really dig into some dirty work. You see Jasper is like looking incredibly ashamed, rubbing his face, feeling terrible about some of the things he said, although he was really just trying to protect his mom. And you see Trinket and Jaeger standing, as often several members of the party do, waiting to figure out what the situation is and not knowing where to go next, as Barrett, you lock eyes with what looks like a very disappointed Jaeger.
Jaeger, he doesn't say anything. He simply reaches into his pocket, pulls out his watch, places his thumb over the button, and shrugs, and then hits it.
And then you all feel it, like a crushing wave washing over you. And then you're back in the couch, in the clock tower.
You were right. So what should we do?
So I'm thinking we should just go back to the night before and take care of the problem immediately.
Yes, sir. As I start reeling the watch in front of the mirror.
Just to make sure, y'all could see what I was seeing, right? The blown open cocoon, ooze everywhere, kind of melted shit.
No.
Gotcha. Well, a small problem to us killing it before. If you can't see it, how are you supposed to shoot it?
Well,
Don't you have, what's that called? Fairy fire?
yeah, that.
I mean, I don't think it gets rid of... Well, sure, you know what, why not?
Set it up, let us know where to shoot, and we'll just shoot that spot in particular.
It makes it very visible from what I understand of the spell.
Yeah,
Whether or not...
Trinket, can you... I don't...
Well, I mean, if we hit it, wouldn't it dispel the illusion?
That's sure. You can just, I guess, keep swinging your swords through it.
Sam, roll an Arcana check. Trinket, roll an Arcana check.
7.
10.
Okay. Yeah, you guys both think that probably will work.
All right, and the outside of the barn, it looked crushed to us, but you said ooze?
It's not so much crushed, it's more melted.
Melted.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out for acid.
Yeah, that's also why I was kind of wondering about maybe not shooting it and then, well, it wouldn't really matter if we all died, we'd just go back, hopefully.
Hopefully.
But my thought is that if we shoot it, it might explode in acid or ooze.
I mean, that's an option. However, there's also the option of we do shoot it, and the acid may not have had time to settle yet, so maybe it won't go off.
Or we
I
could
don't think that's how acid works.
we could go in head first and see what happens, and then reel it back if something goes wrong. That's always the tried and true for me, at least. It may be a painful one, but it gets results.
Do we want to say anything to Jasper about what this is? I mean, he already kind of knows that we're us, but not.
He also knows it's a problem that can't really be explained. So,
Right. I don't know. I don't feel right him putting his nose too much into this.
well,
I mean,
they're going to be asleep by the time we walk through here. And if they come out and see us fighting whatever, then we can't really stop that. And it'll just make it that much more easier to be honest and open about what's going on here. We've already been honest with Jasper as is, so it may be harmful to their sanity in the long run, but I guess we wouldn't have to walk on eggshells no more.
That's fair.
Barrett, you know that as far as you and Grin know, people knowing about the clock tower isn't against any kind of rules. There's a lot of, especially places that have magic that exists, that the clock tower is sometimes among, like, other pantheons of gods. Knowledge of the clock tower, knowledge of the owl, none of that shit is, like, actually forbidden knowledge. It's some of the knowledge of finer details about how things work that is a problem sometimes.
It's not so much harmful if they know about things, it's what they do with that knowledge in the long run. And I feel like we can trust these souls.
Yeah, and I, not that I really want to, but I can cast some magic that'll make them at least more agreeable until we're done.
I mean, you did cast silence on that fish earlier anyway.
Ugh. Yeah.
If we just take that and we set it down in the barn, they're not going to hear the fight at all anyway in the first place.
Silence can be used to our benefit, but it can also instill chaos. But I guess we can just go as we go. I don't know.
Either way, I'm just saying.
I've already used my charge. Unless we go back further, then I can have it back. I know Sam has plenty of charges, but I only got one.
I just meant we just use the fish itself, since it's already.
Did I never dispel that?
You just kind of toss the fish to the side.
No, we've been and got it, right?
I would have got it eventually, but like it was still a valid
Thing. I have a question. How does your power work? Or power, your thing. We all can do a cool thing. How does your thing work? Like, I know you mark things, but like, are you saying the bowling alley kind of marked everything? Do you think you can mark this thing and maybe one thing? Maybe it's like a root of things? I just want to be sure.
I can mark one thing if I can see it,
Okay, maybe
and I have to be able to hit it.
give the egg a whack. See what we're dealing with.
Yeah, I can mark the egg for death.
We'll just crack an egg. It's fine. Omelette.
Let's at least see what's in the damn egg. And we can make a call from there.
Yeah.
Sir, yeah, you know.
Omelette. Yeah.
I guess let's just go in feet first and see what we got.
Why not? Are we doing dinner again, or is that?
I looks at Trinket.
I think we have to, right?
Yeah,
Like
makes
that's
sense.
just part of the
list.
timeline. We have dinner, we go and kill the egg.
So I will say, if you have dinner, then you guys won't be going to go talk to Jasper. So you might want to go talk to Jasper too, and then.
That was a pretty long and lengthy conversation.
But
Yeah.
like,
Well, the thing is, we already have the experience of having dinner. We just won't be stepping into past dinner.
You know, if we
For
kill this
future
thing,
dinner?
we could just have another dinner the next night.
Maybe.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Or we'll get sent back to the tower because
Yeah.
we've completed the mission.
I do like chicken fried steak, to be fair.
It was pretty good.
Best thing I've ever had.
But I don't want to kill it. You know, we keep having this one meal, and then we keep having the same meal over and over again. Do you really want to kill the chicken for us?
Yeah.
As good as it is.
We should go to like after your conversation with Jasper,
All right.
and then we can find chicken fried steak later in a different place.
Oh, wait, do I still have that on my pocket? Sam would like to reach into their pocket for the chicken fried steak they put in their pocket.
You feel something round and furry.
Gives it a squish.
It's squishy.
Not chicken fried steak. Puts it back pushes it deeper in the pocket.
Barrett just like gives you a look up and down from like toe to head, like, what the fuck? And he reels the clock to after Jasper's, conversation.
I'll go wake up Trinket.
All right, great. And we'll all meet outside the barn.
Right. With no silence spells, no invisibility.
Yes.
All right.
Locks eyes with everyone first, and then goes through the mirror.
Okay. So is everybody going through the mirror?
Yep.
I can't get magic, and Jaeger just walks in.
There we go again. Sam walks through.
Okay. You all step through the mirror. And Trinket, as you step through the mirror, you don't step into the ranch. All around you, as if at the edges of your vision, the scene was being painted. As you turned your head, is a serene sort of hill and a lake that seems from a distant memory of yours, a previous mission that you were on, although Syl and Pockets and Whisper don't seem to be here right now, but there's a nice blanket set up and a little picnic basket, and you see a metal bucket that has ice in it, and everything is just like all of it's a little fuzzy, as if when you rub your eyes, they never quite clear all the way. What are you doing?
I'm going to check my pocket watch.
You reach into your pocket and you pull it out, and rather than your pocket watch being as you remember it, you open it up and the hands are just kind of spinning, and all of the numbers look kind of like they're blurred into each other and are weird shapes. It's really hard to discern any of it.
Okay, I guess I'll go check out this picnic blanket.
Okay. As you check out the picnic blanket, it seems really comfortable and familiar for some reason. And as you check out the picnic blanket and just generally observing the rest of your surroundings, you see that the scene of the park for some reason feels kind of different now. A tree that you had vaguely noticed was in one spot isn't there anymore, and instead it's the silhouetted city in the distance instead of the tree line. And part of you is wondering if that was how it was previously, or if that's how it is now and it did change, or if you're just misremembering. And it feels like you look down for a second at your hand and you're not holding your pocket watch anymore, you're holding a wine bottle, and you're almost sure you were just holding your pocket watch.
Okay. I don't know what to do. I guess I'll sit down on this picnic blanket.
You sit down, and then you feel somebody touch your shoulder from behind you.
I will quickly look.
As you quickly look, you kind of go, and you open your eyes, and Jaeger is gently rousing you from sleep.
Hey, let's go if you're ready.
I look really confused, but I'm yeah, all right, okay, yep, let's go.
And you've dreamt several times now, Trinket, but that was you were in a dream but fully conscious.
Right, yeah. So let's not go to a time where I'm in the middle of a dream next time. that was weird.
Barrett and Sam are making their way down from the watchtower, having finished their conversation with Jasper and giving him the same warning. Don't go near that back barn. Don't let your mom go near that back barn, no matter what. You guys see a kind of, I think probably still a little confused looking Trinket and Jaeger walking towards the back barn, meeting you guys in the middle as all of you meet out front of it.
I think that went well.
Yeah, it's definitely been worse.
So, yeah, we're all good. We're gonna just walk in there, mess things up. I mean, I can try casting Fairy Fire. Maybe y'all can see it if I point it out to you.
I feel like Fairy Fire is probably going to be our best bet.
It's just very bright.
That's fine. And as Jaeger's saying this, he's sort of leaning against the wall of the barn with like his gun on his shoulder, and he's like, either way, the worst that could happen. No, I'm not going to say that. Never mind. I'm just gonna let whatever happens happen, and then I'll say the worst that could have happened before. I'll say it later.
Jaeger, why don't you post up on the outside, pointed in? Trinket, I want you front and center and getting ready to do whatever you do. And be ready with that fairy fire, and I guess I'll fill in the gaps.
Sir.
All right.
Sam pulls out their, like slowly pulls out their wand, like holds it with a little pink fire glowing at the end of it.
Just be ready for that thing to bolt, Jaeger.
I'm always ready, to be fair.
All right. I have to cut this thing.
Yes, you do.
I go.
I'm not going to make you make an attack. You just do it the same way you did it last time. You cut the lock off, and you slide the barn door open. It's heavy, but you manage to slide it open. And there in the back of the barn, you see a very sad-looking sick raptor.
All right. Everyone get in position.
Jaeger takes like a shooter stance on a knee, like in front of the barn door. But he has enough room on his side that you can see out the side of the barn door where it was melted away before, too.
Absolutely. You can see down the lane beside the barn, and you can see into it.
Yeah.
And then Sam and Trinket, what are you guys doing?
I'm getting my axe ready. I don't want to initiate the fight, so I'm gonna awkwardly standing and waiting.
Is this me?
I'm gonna step up next to Trinket, axe is ready, and give you a firm nod and look back at Sam.
Everybody roll to see if you can see through the illusion. There's no reason. If you can see it, you
Perception,
can see through
right?
it. Yeah.
19?
Also 19.
16.
I got a 5, but you know what? I'm just gonna do my lucky reroll. It's I think 8.
So here's the thing. Sam, you've seen through this illusion before, and Jaeger and Trinket, you guys are well aware that it's an illusion. But trying to look through it for you guys as you all like kind of squint at it and like really try to see through this illusion, it's like when you're trying to see an image in those like, if you stare at it the right way, pictures, you can see the image among all of the different shapes, and it's just not, you can't see the picture. All you guys see at the bottom, at the end of this fucking barn, is a sad raptor.
That's a fucking good illusion.
Well, there we go. Sam like raises their pipe with this pink flame growing brighter, and then they swish and flick it like they're flicking the end of a cigarette, and it trails down and then erupts in a 30-foot sphere of glowing pink fire.
So here's how I'm gonna say this,
The double
right?
image.
The way that I'm gonna interpret this, the way that it would work, is that you guys still see the image of the raptor, right? But now, outlined only in glowing pink, like, firelight, you see the, like, sort of edge highlight silhouette. Almost as if not being able to see all of the detail makes it a little worse. The result of a raptor being turned inside out and made into a spider web with a cocoon at the center of it. The thing that made Sam almost throw up.
Sam shudders. Like, it does not get laser saying a second time. Nope.
You see that, Trinket, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Should I
I'm right
shoot-
here with you. Go ahead, do your thing.
Should I shoot it from a distance before we do this, or are we not sure?
I want to make sure she gets this strike in,
Fair.
and then it's all you.
Ready to attack.
All right.
The back of the barn, where this web is separated from you guys by a holding pen gate, like a floor-to-ceiling metal gate.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna open it up, and I'm gonna go in there and try to hit it.
You're opening the metal gate, right?
Mm-hmm.
You hear it screech loudly as you, like, it doesn't, like, you give it a first pull and it's like it's not on the track right, like it's kind of messed up. Roll a strength check.
My weakness. I rolled a 1.
How bad is it?
Rolled another 1.
How bad is it?
4.
Trinket starts trying to get the metal door open. It like screeches You try to pull like harder on the door, and it just starts to go, and the fucking cocoon in the middle of the nest bursts open, and acid sprays where Trinket is currently standing. Barrett, you from a third hand see like as Trinket moves the door, the web like moves a little bit, and you like watched the cocoon, and it jump scared you. And I believe if you're right next to Trinket, you're also within range of this.
Yeah.
So Trinket doesn't get to make a dex save. This is the result of her critical failure. You do get to make a dex save.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm taking half damage because I rolled an 8.
25 damage.
Oof. Big oof.
Half of that would be 12. And I'm going to say that, Barrett, you failed your dex save as well.
Mm-hmm.
Both of you are prone from trying to get out of the way of this fucking splash. However, Sam and Jaeger, the creature that you guys see erupt out of it, has the rough skeleton, torso, head, tail of a raptor, but it is some sort of combination between a very fleshy spider and a wasp that seems like it has grown and built out over it, so much so that within the eye sockets of the skull of the raptor, there are all of these like individual, almost human-like eyes that are like twitching and looking around in all different directions. And you see out of its back these huge, weird membranous wings fly out, and more acid splatters. Both of you make a dex save.
I rolled a 1.
How bad is it?
10 was how bad my 1 was.
Okay, that's still a failure. 29 acid.
You can have that.
It is still an area of effect, so
Yeah,
you
so-
still do take half of that.
I rolled 15.
You save, so you take no damage because of evasion.
So what was the full damage again? Sorry.
29.
Okay.
Yeah, half is 14.
I'm at 28 health.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to say that, like, outside of D&D, like, flavor-wise, it's stinging and burning and, like, eating through your clothes, and you're not wearing a shirt.
No.
This thing, by the way, as its wings are up, starts flying up, and you see it, like, cough up more of that fucking acid, just like...
I was gonna say I was prepared to shoot anyway. Could I just fire like all my shots into its wings?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
you can.
I'm just hitting the wings. Just 14 to hit for the first one.
I would also just like to say that it has technically hit Trinket with an attack now.
So 14 to hit, and then 22 to hit.
14 misses, 22 hits.
That's going to be that's nice. 12 points of damage for the the hit.
Wait, you have advantage on this because fairy fire.
Oh right, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, reroll that 14 for sure.
Then 20 to hit for the second attack,
That hits.
and 11 to hit for the second one. So 12 and 11. That's going to be 23.
Okay.
23 damage to the wings.
So you just unload as many shots as you can into it as it flies up.
I'm essentially trying to fucking put it down so it can't fly. That's all I really want.
Sam, what are you doing?
Sam is going to dive into cover more towards Jaeger and then point their wand at it and then just like try and almost lasso the air, like imagining they're lassoing the air around it, and cast levitate on it.
Okay.
Please succeed a DC 14 con save.
I got a natural one, 16. So it's just failed.
Okay. In that case, it is stuck at whatever elevation I tell it to. It cannot move, besides pushing against walls.
I'm stuck in midair already.
Levitation does that against creatures that have a fly speed?
Yep. The target can move only by pushing or pulling against a fixed object or surface within reach, such as a wall or a ceiling. Basically, I'm holding it up to 500 pounds, unless the creature is more than 500 pounds.
It's very, I want to say it looks like all of the spider and wasp bits look like bits of extra parts that should not be there, and they're all like woven into and out of the flesh of the original raptor thing. The main thing that looks raptor-y is really its like main torso head skeletal structure.
Yeah.
The rest of it looks very not supposed to be
Added
there.
on as my action, but that was my action first, so I have no bonus. So yeah, I'm just gonna get
in cover
and just like nope.
In that case, it's now Trinket and then Barrett.
So is it too high for me to hit it? Or is it?
No, especially not with your axe.
Okay. I'm gonna mark it for death because it gives me advantage.
Okay. So you mark it for death. right? And as a Path of the South agent, as soon as you do, and you realize that this thing is a monster that's not supposed to be here, and you mark it, and it can't get away from you, no matter what plane of existence it's on, you see where it's at. You also have the innate feeling that this is the thing you're here for.
Yeah.
And you are 80% sure if you guys take this thing out, the mission ends, you're gone.
All right.
Oh, Bink hates this information.
But I don't have it.
Yeah, the thing is,
I
like,
wanna go look at the-
Trinket has no attachment to this world. Like, I haven't gone in her. I don't. She doesn't care. She wants to kill this thing. It's my job. So, I'm gonna go try to hit it.
Okay.
20.
Natural 20?
Yes.
I know who you are.
Play that sound.
Yeah, that hits. You hit. Roll critical damage on it.
18.
Damn. All right. Make a dex save, please.
17.
Yeah, you save. No damage. As you hit it, and it its blood is corrosive.
Yeah, acid.
Yeah. So Trinket hefts her axe up and swings into this thing above her, and as soon as she does, the weird sort of orange fluid sprays out of this thing, and Trinket just gets out of the way, almost rolling on the ground to try and get out of it. And one of your feet touches one of the web pieces, and the back of your heel sticks to the barn. You're like,
Yeah.
as this creature is its wings are flattering, and its multiple limbs are flailing, slashing at the air, and you ducking down, it can't really get you. And you see it's leaking that bright orange liquid out of every hole that you and Jaeger have put in it, and it's just melting the ground beneath you. Do you say anything, Trinket, or you just kill?
Kill.
Barrett, it's your turn.
Barrett would just fucking attack this thing. I do have to get a little closer, I feel, than... I also need to stand up, so I'm gonna do that. There goes half my speed. And this thing's still roughly 10 feet in front of me?
Yeah, you can easily get to it
Okay.
and run in, be next to Trinket.
Okay. Yeah, I will do that then. And, I'm just gonna fucking start swiping at this thing. 15 for the first one?
15 does not hit.
Okay. 18 plus 6. I think that hits.
That hits.
Okay. Then for my offhand, 19 plus 6. And then I get one more, I think? No, it's just 3. Okay. And then, so that's 2d8, 7. Yep. And then the other one, 6 plus 3? 16.
Roll an insight check.
6?
I don't know if ClockTower dice to that. 7.
Since Jaeger ClockTower diced this for you,
No idea why. Weird.
That's weird.
you also start putting it together. It's this isn't a multi-mission. You're here for one reason. This thing is obviously the creature you're here to kill. If you kill this thing, it's the end of your mission.
Do we want to end this here or not?
I don't really care at this point.
There's more we can discover. There was the owl's eye.
I feel like I kind of have half of this. I'm not being melted by it currently.
Trinket's Wait, are you saying anything to this Trinket as your skin is burning?
I'm just holding my axe I say we kill it.
This thing?
If you put a wasp in a cup.
That's kind of the vibe you're getting right now. It's really bad. It's really bad to look at.
There's more we can know. But we can end it here.
We do kind of need that eye you were talking about.
Well, okay. Here. It'll take a little bit, but you have 10 minutes. It won't move. You just grab whatever shit you want. I would at least like that eye.
It's dripping so much acid everywhere and screaming, and you see Sam is kind of fighting with it to keep it levitated. No.
Well, we could always do this again, but better. Or we could do this now.
Listen, I am not sure I can get this to pull off again.
Technically, you can always come back to the exact moment that you did pull it off.
That's true.
Look, I'd go get the eye if I knew where it was. However, you do. So might be time to do that.
Also, just a side note, Barrett, your skin hurts really bad.
I know. That's why I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Final call is yours, Trinket. Or at least I want your opinion on this.
I say we kill it.
Hey, it's me, Ellie again. What's going on with ClockTower? Well, as many of you know, ClockTower's cast and crew is part of an amazing community that attends Wasteland World events like Wasteland Weekend and Neotropolis, both of which we highly recommend attending. Every year, we take a hiatus for Wasteland Weekend because we're all gone too long for our production schedule to handle it. But we're not going on hiatus for Neo this year, so you'll still be getting episodes, but these outros, they might be a little close together since I've got to do them in advance to post the episodes. Anyway, on to credits. If you would like to collaborate with us in any way, contact us through our website, ClockTowerAgent.com. Barrett was played by Bink, Sam was played by Cal, Trinket was played by Kball, Jaeger was played by Trent, and I, Ellinthris, was your DM. The voice of our disclaimer was Valak Donahue. You can check out all of his work through patreon.com/themadlanddreamer. All music from Season 1 of ClockTower made by Who's Music. If you would like your own D&D music commissioned, you can contact them and find all of their work through their website, whosisthis.com, or find it in the description below. Thanks, Who's. Additional music and FX provided by Andrew Smith and Cal. Thank you to our editing team and Cal for making the episodes what they are. Thank you to our sponsor, Alpha Lupine Images, for donating the equipment to help us make more content with better quality. And thank you again for listening. ClockTower Season 2, Episode 32, will be out for all of our early episode patrons April 26th, and will release publicly May 3rd. Till then, time's ticking. See you in the clock tower.